What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Medalist, this time with episode 9, I believe it is. I saw a few performances last week, not from anyone that we have paid too much attention to thus far. I think we still got some big ones from the Pigeon Girl, the Pigeon Girls, the girl that goes to the same, who has the same coach as the Pigeon Girl, who's been pretty highly rated, I believe. Of course, we've got Nori as well. Let's not forget about that huge chunk that's been taken out of the ice, which I'm still really worried about, and hopefully that doesn't mess up anyone else's performance. I think inevitably it will unfortunately come back up, but looking forward to seeing a bunch of performances there. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Awesome job from Sukasa last week yet again as well, getting her skates from the train, which was awesome, or the tube, or whatever it's called. But let's go, man. I almost think it would actually be beneficial. Might sound stupid, but it might be beneficial to just forget about that giant chunk of ice that's missing. Purely because if you worry about it too much, it's one of those things where you kind of manifest. If you think about it too much, you actually do end up doing it. Whereas if it's not on your mind at all, then it won't happen. I feel like that's quite prevalent in sport. Oh yeah, I forgot Worm Guy's here as well. The Worm Man. Let's go. There were some pretty impressive scores thus far. So it's going to be really hard to win. And again, I didn't expect her to win the last tournament thing she was involved in, yet she did. So, and I'm not expecting her to win this one either. It'll be a really pleasant surprise if she does. But you can't win them all. As long as she does well. That's the thing at this age, especially. Like, yeah, you want to get the confidence of winning, but you also you want to lose so that you can learn, and that'll help you even more so. I think losing is more beneficial than winning. You hear that quite often, actually. Making mistakes and so on is actually a lot more beneficial. So I think they're all great coaches, aren't they, in their own certain ways. I love the look on their faces in that shot there. Just absolute pride in their work, and not just their work, but in their pupils. Okay, let's get into it, man. Western powerhouses. Interesting title. step sequence. Well, I fucking said last week they were literally warming up for 3 hours. Stupid behaviour. I understand wanting to be prepared, but this is the consequence of that. Lactic acid. Oh shit! God, they really do call that the broken leg for a good reason, don't they? Holy shit. I mean, he definitely didn't say that. Again, I unfortunately haven't been able to find anywhere at all, so I'm just gonna have to deal with this season. Is what it is, man. But that was pretty damn perfect, wasn't it? That was pretty damn perfect. Oh my god. Well, hopefully that don't affect anything. It shouldn't. Is that just fatigue or? So, like I said, that broken leg is a fucking broken leg. Like, look, if I tried that, I would. Oh shit! Yeah, that's well above first place. I don't think it was over 23. It was in the 23s. I think first place was sprained ankle. I've said this. I think I said this last week. I've got a bit of my ankle is a bit chronic in terms of injuries. Sprained my ankle plenty of times. I've got this. Just to pause for a sec. I've got this horrible lump just above my ankle where I don't think I broke it, but um so I got really badly injured there, and I think it's the cartilage around the area. It kind of it tries to kind of like heal and kind of reinforce the area where you get injured. So I've now just got this big lump, like my leg just like kind of goes straight, and then I've just got this lump where it's tried to not fix itself, but kind of make up and put extra kind of material there just in case like that happens again. It's really amazing how your body works like that. But yeah, I injure my ankles quite often, especially my right ankle. So I'm quite used to a sprain. She's not going to be away for too long. I'm not sure what it's like for children. Actually, I think children do perhaps repair a little bit faster, but she's not going to be able to skate for a couple months. I don't think. I imagine, yeah. Do you know what? I play football, so in football, obviously your ankles are really important. I imagine there's a lot of strain that goes on your ankles when you're ice skating with all the jumps and landing, especially. I think the landing that could really like mess you up. Thing is though, with ice skating, I guess it is all kind of smooth. Whereas again, when I play football, there's like lumps in the pitches and potholes and all sorts that you get your ankle like twisted in. So yeah, I have also played football too early from ankle injuries, which has again caused that kind of chronic injuries that I get now with my ankle. Shin splints as well. Jesus. But yeah, so you hear about run when you go on like a run. It's always best to like run on grass or like dirt, because when you hit pavement, the impact on your bones and your legs is really a whole lot tougher than if you were to run on grass. So if any of you guys do any kind of running like that, I would probably suggest changing from running from pavements to running on grass and fields if you can, or at least getting some shoes that kind of absorb the impact well. At the minute, I've currently got an issue where, because my feet have been landing on hard surfaces, the bottom of my foot really hurts after playing football. That's not going to happen in 10 minutes. Bless you. I think that is that psychological factor of returning from an injury as well. That just makes you a little bit more wary and play a bit safer. You don't want to go through all that waiting and rehab again. Again, I mention this every week, but I'm always so interested in like the psychological aspect of sports and injuries and so on. And we get quite a bit of that in this show. Oh damn. That was ridiculously tall, wasn't it? She jumped like a meter there. She got some spirit. I like it. Oh shit. Jesus, she just did that backwards. Jesus. Scary, honestly. Scary how good she is. Wow. That was awesome. I said about the being worried about like injuries and stuff. She took that to the complete opposite degree. She's really used that as fuel. Sugoi is Sugoi. Yes. That was amazing. Oh damn. like I said, you must feel so proud looking at your pupil when she looks at you like that after an awesome performance. Must be so fulfilling. Got to be like 25. Yeah. Good fucking job. Yes. Yes, I was. Oh, couple brilliant fucking performances. Wow. Understandably, Norrie's both a little bit down about the result and the injuries, I imagine. A little bit of a double whammy for her, but actually didn't even get time for the podium. I mean, I know she's injured, but yeah, poor girl. Okay, novice B. Yeah, it's a bit, as I said, a bit of a shame Minori didn't. I mean, we could have waited a minute to get her a little photo at second place, right? Bit of a shame. Okay, so we are going to see some more. 6 minutes. That's a long time to be dancing. It's a long time. Like I said earlier about like the ankle, like that's a lot of time to be putting like maximum strength, maximum effort into anything. 6 minutes. That's almost a bit ridiculous. Like when you guys, I don't go to the gym myself, but I've been, and when you do like your rep maxes and stuff, it is literally like you do one rep or two or three. Like you don't do loads. Putting 100% effort in for 6 minutes sounds crazy. It kind of, as a football player, it kind of sounds like me sprinting up and down for 6 minutes, which is impossible. I probably do less than, yeah, probably do well less than 6 minutes of sprinting through a whole 90 minutes. Well less. I've never had shin splints myself. But I said this last week. When you are injured like this, you just want to get back out there. You're hungry just to. I hate getting injured. It's one of the worst things. Not because of the pain and the healing, but because you can't do what you want to do. That's the thing as well, isn't it? It's like she's not just started late. People like the Pigeon Girl have gone through major setbacks and such, and they've had real kind of deep experiences that she's yet to go through. That she probably will be going through now. And just adds to the motivation. So I've got no doubt Inori's going to come back better than ever. Again, was the reason that they didn't take the picture for second place because of they wanted to hurry up with the injury, or is it because there's a little bit of like second place is it's not first place, so we're not going to bother? I don't think it was that, but maybe it was like a slight mix of both, perhaps. I don't know. Kind of feels a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't say the word disrespectful, but it I mean, they got the medal, to be fair. Yeah, I wouldn't say disrespectful because she did get injured, and you're obviously looking after Inori and you want to take her best interest into account. But I could see how some people might think that would be disrespectful if you didn't turn up to, especially if you didn't win, if you didn't turn up to the kind of polls. Again, I don't think it was anything like that. These are just children. But you see that sometimes, like adults are sometimes more childlike than children with stuff like this. You see this especially in football when like a team's losing, they'll just like lose their heads and start fouling and attacking people. It's probably equivalent in the sport I play, but which sounds crazy, I know, but it's just a part of the game. Yeah, again, I don't think it's anything like that, but I'd be a little bit like, oh, that's a shame Inori couldn't get on the pole. And is it a thing of like, oh, she would have if she came first place, even if she was injured? I imagine she would have, right? I don't know. At least she got the medal here, though. And a medal's a medal. Chada chada chan. Hajimete no medal. The first medal. It's really good getting any medal in your first one of these. She had a little bit of experience competing. Should be. Well, we know she's not a. That we had a whole bit about like her not being a genius or a What was the other word? A kind of natural. I can't remember what the other word they used for it was, but she's not either of those things. But I feel like if the kind of press got hold of this, she'd definitely be labelled as that, like Inori, genius of ice skating in her first tournament, gets on the podium. Be like a headline like that. But yeah, good episode today, wasn't it? Couple really good performances. And I guess I was worried a bit for nothing about that block of ice. I got destroyed. Jump, jump, jump. So you don't really need too much upper body strength at all for ice skating, actually, do you? It said you need core strength. I've always kind of thought about core strength as a bit of a false thing, to be honest with you. I'm not sure there is such thing as core strength. What muscle is core strength? Is like my question with stuff like that. Like, I always get like told about people doing like core strength exercises. It's not exactly core strength exercises. It's more the muscles around your midsection. I think, yeah, I think core is a bit of a false thing, to be honest with you. It's funny I say that as well, considering when I play football, I'm not the tallest person ever, so a big part of my game is actually having a kind of low center of gravity, and some people would call it having good core strength. But because I've got a low center of gravity, it makes it really hard for someone who is taller to kind of, even though they should be stronger than you, to actually kind of push you off the ball when your kind of center of gravity, like their strength, upper higher is not as good as it's hard to describe. So apologies, I'm doing an awful job, but it's kind of like Lionel Messi. I'm nowhere near Lionel Messi, don't get me wrong, but he was quite a small player, and he's touted as probably the best player in history, and he was like 5'7". Yeah, on the ball, trying to get the ball off him is so difficult. All Japan. What was the title about this episode, by the way, with the American stuff? American Powerhouse. What was that about? Well, it looks like the pink-haired girl failed. It doesn't look too happy about it. I say failed, like she didn't win second place, but she failed in her pursuit of being Hikaru. When are we gonna see this kid skate? I wanna see what he's got. That's his dad right there, right? Kusoga. Interesting. He's a weird little kid from what we've seen so far. He's like, he seems alright sometimes, and then at other times, he's like, the first time I met him, he was rude as hell to Inori. He seemed okay the few times we saw him after that, and now he's back to telling, well, I assume it's his dad because they look really alike. They got very similar hair. That he's a piece of crap. So I'm really interested in what the hell's going on with that kid. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, really good episode today. Really interested. I'm hoping we get a good look into the injury side of things, because again, that's something I'm really interested in. Both the kind of physical aspect of injury and recovery and rehab, but also the mental side, where if you do come back, you could come back a hell of a lot stronger. I mean, as a kid, when you do get injured, but even as an adult, your body tends to repair itself stronger than before. So I do think it could be a thing of Inori would come back even better. It's going to take a while to kind of warm back up to things, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this kind of arc with her being out injured, which may not be a popular opinion, because obviously people want to see a lot of the ice skating, and we won't be seeing quite as much of that, quite as much practicing, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date, and I'll see you guys next week with episode 10.